I talk too much shit. Oh! I have such a big mouth. All right. I do. I talk too much crap.
We're live, Sarah.
I'm just sipping my Earl Grey, like getting into it.
I love you come off so pure drinking your Earl Grey, but deep down you're a slut.
Wow. Shots fired.
Wow.
Okay. Shots fired at 12:31.
I'm just trying to get us riled up on this Monday morning, Sarah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you know what? The slut is ready. You know what? Yeah, let's get slutty. Fine. You want to do that? Absolutely. All right, Frasiacs. Welcome to the Hey Frase podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Fraser, along with AJ on the mic. Jackie, the intern, is here by popular demand because people really like her. People commented, by the way, Jackie. They were like, your intern's really cute. You guys she's a good addition. They like,
wow, so sweet.
Which they don't always say, right? I mean, we've gotten over the years, like we've had people that say like too much, they curse too much, which is interesting because we curse a lot, or I do because I'm a slut.
I was just trying to say that to get riled up. I don't think Sarah's a slut.
Well, I would be if I hadn't met the naked mole rat of my dreams, who I now love so much.
You now love so much. You're just returning from your amazing bridal shower.
Oh, I had the best bridal shower weekend. I was just up in Maine. My aunts, my cousins, they threw me a bridal shower, and it was so much fun. We had the best time. I want to do a full recap. It could not have been better. You know what? And it just made me appreciate and just really, I don't know. I want to do more special things for people because it means so much when people stop their lives to like make you a cake and decorate. And then my mom had actually taken this old picture frame that she'd gotten at a lawn sale, spray painted it white, took letters, wrote Miss to Mrs. and then
saw that.
Did all these
cute.
pictures of me, right? From baby till meeting Dan, right? And then one of them, like I'm there, if you were on my Instagram story, which is at Hey Frase, I'm there like having a huge cigarette, just like a Virginia Slim Long, like I'm literally 12 years old. I'm like, Mom, why'd you put this one up of me just like having a big cigarette? Like since my future in-laws are going to be here. She's like, I know, I didn't even notice till I got it up there.
Okay, why?
I was like, Mom, how did you miss it? The cigarette was like the centerfold.
It's just you and the cig.
It's just me and the cig and braces, like a huge. She's like, you look so cute. You want me to take it down? No, because.
Now, why were you smoking when you were like 12 years old?
I don't know, because we lived
or was
in
this
Maine.
the picture?
No, like we were literally bumming cigs and smoking at like 13 or 14. Yeah. You know what?
I love it.
I feel like I get so excited that now they do all these studies that kids, like younger kids, like are not smoking and drinking at 13 and 14. Because when I grew up in Maine, there was nothing to do but go to pit parties. Like we would drive around, we'd find like a dirt pit. Everyone would go there on Friday night. We'd get drunk and smoke cigarettes. Everyone in this fucking studio is like, what? Ew. Yes, that was like
fun.
I mean,
what
that's
we
like
did.
Definitely a Maine, like a rural place.
Okay, do you know what happens in pits?
Yeah,
like
barn
it just
parties.
attracts animals that dig up a hole and shit in a pit. Like it's a dump. Like we would literally go to a dump. Like I grew up going to bear dumps. That was on our Friday night. Okay, our Friday night was we would get a soft serve ice cream. We would go to the dump, which was like open, and we would watch the bears eat trash.
And what did you guys drink? Like, what was your drink of choice?
Wait,
I'm
were
not
there just
saying
bears on hand?
Oh,
Always
this was before. This was when I was like 8 or 9.
Okay, they start them early.
8 or 9 years old, we go to the local dump because they didn't have like recycling centers in Maine. Like they didn't have like an actual, like you just literally brought everything. Like you know how now if you want to throw away like a washing machine, you have to like pay for someone to come and remove it. No, circa the late 80s, early 90s in Maine, like they just dug a huge hole. Everything, you just came there, you ditched all your trash. They didn't care if you were like a resident or not. No, trash trucks did not exist in rural Maine. You just like threw it in the back of your truck, took it. And then of course these dumps had no like boundaries or anything, no fences. So then all the wildlife would come out at like dusk and feed off the trash.
You got some raccoons, some wildlife over there?
Raccoons on steroids. That's kind of exciting.
Real.
Wow, your
This was
childhood
my
sounds
life.
great. So what
No, it
other
was
pictures
awful.
were showcased in the frame?
So anyway, so that was how I got onto smoking because after the trash dumps, I was kind of like, this is really awful. So let's have a cigarette. So then my mom just had like, she had a doll up there because, I have a $500 collection. So that was on there. And then, we just had a great bridal shower. My niece did all the games. We played How Well Do You Know the Bride and Groom.
That was fun.
So that was super fun.
Did everybody get the answers right?
Dan's aunt won.
Oh, really?
So she won.
Okay.
She got the answers correct. I think Kimber helped her a fair amount. But anyway, but then it was like, how did Dan propose? And Dan's mom, of course, knew the whole proposal. So did my mom, except for she wrote under duress. I was like, what? Okay.
Yeah. What does she mean by
Mom,
like under anxiety, under stress?
Just like, oh, I think you were forcing him. I was like, Mom, I think we've been together for 6 years. My mom is like so all over the board. Like, one minute she's like, you got to get married, and then she wrote under distress. Like,
no, but I love
her answer.
Under duress. I can totally see her saying that.
I was like, under duress? What the? Okay. People had all kinds of different answers. It was really funny. It was like, what were our birthdays? How long have we been together? Where did he propose? What kind of cake are we going to have?
How did people know that answer?
Well, it was just a guess, which we're going to have like three different types. So you can.
3 layers, but different types of flavors.
Right. We have like a lemon fresh Maine berry layer. Then there's a chocolate vanilla. And then there's like, I think a hazelnut and some other hazelnut cake with some sort of like whipped caramel frosting or something.
That sounds fantastic.
Well, you're going to be there. You're going to witness it all.
I'm really excited. As we come closer to the day, it's already June. Sarah, it's June.
It's already June. I cannot believe I'm getting married in 2 months. And I just never thought that it would be this much fun. Like, it was so much fun.
I think a lot of people have different experiences. They're like, planning a wedding is the most stressful. And you're like, this is great.
I don't know. I think when the time is right, when you know the time is right, it makes things a lot easier.
Yes. And the right person, the right time.
Yeah. And we're just so ready. So it's so much fun. But I couldn't believe it. Like my cousins,
they put it together. I saw people making cakes. Everybody came together.
They came together.
Gunkle, yes.
Oh my God. My Uncle George was there. There he is. There's Georgie. There's my gunkle.
Georgie. Okay, can we talk about his chiclet white teeth? You always talk like what your teeth are white as well, but his are actually like artificial white. You know what I mean?
You told me you were like, yours. Well, okay. I feel like I added some whitening to this. Now, he does have really good teeth.
They're veneers.
But then you said to me, why do yours still look yellow if you added, whitener?
Like, well, age. I always add saturation, low feed. And I'm like, well, your teeth are still kind of yellow. Off-white. His are actually like, let's paint this wall white. It's pearl.
Georgie, like, I feel like he just, always looks great.
Half his face is his mouth. I mean, quite literally. He looks like the Gadget Inspector, or like The Mask with Jim Carrey.
Oh yeah,
huge smile.
He does.
Huge smile.
He has a huge.
He looks super sweet.
I think he's currently getting Invisalign. So once the Invisalign are out, he'll have them whitened even more. They're his real teeth.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
I thought they were veneers.
Well, no, they're real. And, George and my Uncle Tony were together for like 33 years. My Uncle Tony just passed away. So George hasn't dated in 33 years. And he's like young. He's only like 66. So he's got to get back out. We're like, hey, have you been going out on any dates? Who are you going to go see?
Are those his keys in his pocket or is that a bulge? I mean, that looks like a
Uncle
Paul
Georgie
bulge.
maybe has like a fairly big dick. I don't know.
It's a Paul Wharton bulge.
Well, I'm kind of anxious for Paul Wharton and George to meet. Right? Because wouldn't they be an interesting couple if Paul Wharton and George... But I think they're both like very feminine, so I'm not sure it would work.
Who's the catcher?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wait, is it the other way?
I think they're both catchers. We need a pitcher. Somebody needs to be a pitcher.
Exactly.
Right?
No, I'll... catch me, AJ, on the mic, Instagram. I'm going to be live streaming the whole event. I'm going to be like, Sarah and Dan, make out. And then I'll just,
I can't wait. Dan's mom came all the way from Detroit to meet my entire family and his aunt, it went really well. So here's a picture of Dan's mom and his aunt. His aunt is in the pink shawl, the pink wrap.
Yes.
And then his mom is the shorter one.
She looks so sweet.
She's cute. Oh, she's so sweet. She was so awesome. And, it was interesting because my family runs the gamut. I have 27 first cousins. So they're all over the board, including some of them are anti-vaxxers. So we got into a big anti-vax discussion. Okay, I don't know. Dan's mom, I'm sure, is like, what the fuck?
Like, what did I get myself into? Did she say a word? When everybody was like,
no, she's dead silent.
She didn't have no response. That's when it's like they have thoughts, but they're just like, I'm going to keep this one to myself.
Oh,
I'm going to stay safe.
Absolutely. I mean, everybody just, let my cousins, talk about it. And then they were giving me advice about getting pregnant and that I should have an all-natural birth, no epidural, because you recover faster, the baby's like less groggy. I know nothing about having a child. Nothing.
How much does it really affect the kid, like, as it's coming out? when you're getting
I don't
this.
know. Has anyone given birth? Like, I'd be so curious to know. Like, did you give birth with an epidural? Without? Does it make any sense?
Like I was telling you, my mom did epidural for the first baby. My brother came out almost comatose because he was so high from they probably administered it wrong. And then for the second one, me, she was totally against it. She was like, I'm not doing it. But then we had the conversation. Everybody's different. You don't know how your body's going to respond. You can't tell another woman, don't have an epidural because, you have no idea what they're going to go through. Who has a high pain tolerance?
I just really need to check in with modern science. Was really, I have done.
You need to do your
zero research. And then on top of that, my mom bought me this book as a joke from 1903 called The Perfect Woman.
Oh my God. Does it say like be in the kitchen?
It is epic. No, it's like all
Don't leave the
about, I'll
kitchen.
bring it in. We should read captions. The eerie thing is in 1903, like it is basically very, like if you read it today, some of it is very modern and like stands up. It's just about like.
Is it actually from 1903?
Swear to God, 1903.
Where did
And
she
it's
find
like-
this? From
it's
one
like-
of her main finds from the antique
Oh yeah,
store?
she goes to all these auctions and spends 50 cents. She drives literally 3 miles up to northern Maine for an auction, buys this book, The Perfect Woman, for 3 cents.
Oh, well, 3 miles isn't far, Sarah.
I got-
Like, she drives 3 miles up to the nearest.
Sorry, 3 hours. I meant 3 hours.
Okay.
She'll
Well,
drive
that's
3
different.
hours north for a
It's a
50
little
cent book.
different.
I'm like, she drives 5 minutes to the local antique store. Yeah. 3 hours. Okay.
People are saying drugs before hugs. Pump that. Drugs all the
that epidural.
way during childbirth. Girls, I'm with you. I was like, I'm getting the epidural, the tummy tuck, like all at once. Like I'm thinking to myself, when I'm in there, can they do the facelift? Like how much? I mean, if you're out, you're out, right?
Right, exactly.
I don't know what they were like. You need to push for the first 10 hours. You need to like crown the baby. You need to see its like head. And then if you need the epidural, but like you can't pee after, it just makes your body really messed up. You need to like.
The epidural?
Yes.
Oh, well, I already pee my pants on a regular, so this is going to be...
I know nothing about this shit. And then they were talking about vaccines that they give these kids. I'm so confused. Like, it just seems like so much.
We got to read books. I mean, you specifically.
Do we? I
I'm
don't.
good.
Are the books
I'll
going
pass.
to be like any help?
I mean, yeah, well, join like mommy groups and kind of get their experiences.
No, I don't want to. There's so much shit that can go wrong.
you know what?
I don't want to
Fuck
hear
you.
about your birthing experience. Everyone has a different. Look, this is the reality, right?
It's true.
I'm going to get pregnant.
Yes.
Through this Catholic app, I've been tracking all of my period stuff.
A Catholic app
Yeah,
for pregnancies.
so-
What are they telling you to have? They're telling you to have unprotected... I can't... What is this Catholic app called? Cath app?
Oh, it's on my phone. Jackie's got my phone. Jackie, scroll through. It's called.
I find this amazing that you guys are getting married in a Catholic church. You have a Catholic dating app, even though you refuse to go to church. It's very funny to me. I tried to get you to go to church with me every Sunday.
It's called Cycle Pro Go. Okay, now I
Cycle
track
Pro
all
Go.
of my periods. I track my temperature and I track my mucus.
What do you track?
And then I'm just yes.
I'm done. I'm over this. Sarah, why are you tracking your
what?
mucus for a baby? Why aren't you supposed to be tracking when you're actually like fertile?
Guys, that's when you know you're fertile. Yes.
By your mucus levels?
All the people on here know. Everyone's saying go to Sibley Hospital in Washington, D.C. Just have a baby at Sibley. It's the best hospital in D.C.
I have heard that.
All right.
I think I was born in
Arlington,
Sibley.
Virginia. What's good in Virginia? Like, isn't
Arlington
that-
Hospital. That's where I was born.
Arlington Hospital?
That turned out great.
Now is Schman gonna pack the bag? He's gonna pack all of the containers with like all the foods and
Schman's
snacks.
got the bag packed now. I mean, are you kidding? He's like got the
All
The
right,
go bag
sweetie.
is set.
I love you, Smooch. I got the bags packed by the door, Smooch. I love you, babe.
Love you, babe. Yeah, so I mean, I've been reading the Perfect Woman book and listening to my cousins that are all anti-vaxxers. Like, how fucked up is my child gonna be? It's gonna be so messed up. I can't even believe it.
But like Schman is a soccer coach. You can't fuck up that much. Like he's literally just like a child magnet.
I just got to get it out of me, though. That's
Pretty
like
much.
my thing.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
how do you, I just need to get the kid out. I don't want to read a lot about it, though, because so many things can go wrong.
Like scare you.
So many
Yes.
things. Is the kid breech? Is the umbilical cord wrapped around? This, that. You can lose blood. You can, some of your placenta can be stuck inside. I can't.
There's a lot of possibilities.
I mean, I don't know if ignorance is bliss or like if I should do the research. I just don't know.
Have you found, get a good doctor, and I feel like everything else will fall into place. A doctor you trust, nice female doctor.
I
maybe a
agree.
male,
Yeah,
but
I'm
saying
going to go
like
see my
an
OBGYN. They don't. A lot of my cousins don't even have the OBGYN. They go to the doulas and naturopath doctor.
Okay, are your
This is my family.
are they like
This is my family.
Quaker oat? Like, are they from the? I was gonna say Quaker. I am not being disrespectful. I'm saying, are they a part of the Quakers that are all natural? Like, are they having
All
like,
natural.
Are they doing water births? Like, are they doing it at
Yep.
home?
Yep. I had one do water birth. I
Wow.
don't think anyone gave birth at home though.
Okay, so they were all.
Yeah, I think
at the
it's
hospital.
some hospital, but then the doula comes in. I don't even know what does a doula do. I don't even know. I have no
Maybe
idea.
you could get it a surrogate mom. Or do you want to carry yourself?
No, I think I'll carry like the first one, see how it goes.
Oh, she's already thinking about number two.
This
I'm
is
so
my
happy.
thing. How bad could it be? How complicated could it be? Right? I mean, people
Wait
have
till
been
Sarah's
giving birth
feet are
forever.
like the size of a pumpkin. She's like, my feet are swollen. I'm gonna have to pick you up from everywhere. This is fantastic.
Okay, thank you. You know what? Susan is on here and defending me. She says Jackie and AJ are so young. Start paying attention to your bodies, ladies.
We didn't say anything. I said
Jackie. Okay, Susan, I love you. She goes, start paying attention to your bodies, ladies. Knowing ovulation and mucus is so important to know. Thank you, Susan.
I'm sorry, I'm not thinking about this. I don't want to think about this. It's scaring me already.
It is. I didn't. So what does the mucus levels have to do with it? Do you know?
It tells when you're. I didn't know anything about this either until I started doing the fertility classes through the Catholic Church.
Wow. Okay.
They've given me a lot of knowledge in the baby making department. So that's how you know you're ovulating.
A lot of mucus levels.
Yes.
But you can't really tell it without knowing.
Well, I just never really paid attention. I
Me
didn't
neither,
realize
I
that was
guess.
what's
Yeah.
happened, but that is your body ovulating.
Okay.
So let me tell you.
I guess that makes sense. There are moments where you notice it.
You wake up, you're like,
I think I noticed
a little
it.
stuffy.
I'm ready to get pregnant. Anyway, I mean, I really am. I mean,
Bottom line.
Dan's mom is so sweet. I do suspect like this. I'm like, she was so nice. She never said anything, but I suspect Dan will be getting a phone call this week. Like, hi dear.
So here's my thoughts on the bridal party.
You planning on vaccinating your kids?
Yeah,
They were so sweet. They never said a word.
Well, that's good. They just kept it quiet, kept it neutral.
Kept it good, kept it neutral. So it went.
Fantastic.
It was so much fun. We had a great time. It sort of turned in from a bridal shower to a bachelorette party. Like my nieces, like my aunts, everyone was ready to cut loose. So I think we went through,
There was some wine?
10 bottles of wine.
I love it.
Wow.
A bunch of like spiked
Love it.
seltzers. Yes, everyone was having a blast. We played, the Name That Love song. So my niece played that. So she had Michael Jackson and Beyonce Drunk in Love. Nobody knew that.
You got that one. Nailed it.
Kimber and I were the only ones. We're like, boom, Drunk in Love, Beyonce.
All the aunts are like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, who made this playlist?
Yeah.
Kimber's like, me, bitches.
Yeah.
She's like, what, 12, 14?
Kimber is 13 going on 30.
Yes.
Like I put her on my social. People were like, who is this kid? Like, where'd your niece go? She's so much. She's
know.
so
She's
much
getting
Spitfire.
older.
She's so fun. So we had a really great time. I got very sweet, thoughtful gifts. Like, because everybody up there like makes things. So I got these
Yes.
beautiful homemade baskets and these like dish towels, and I got like a Mrs. robe and all these fun
I
things.
saw that too. That was so cute.
And then people were like, where are the penis straws? I was like, my mom is not down for, she was down for no dick. It was like, it was like a no dick ceremony.
I mean, it's a bridal. You got to stay like a little clean. Your little cousin, like your babies are there, right? Like there was little kids.
Yeah, there were some kids. Yeah, so I guess so. We had no penis straws. We didn't have the giant inflatable penis that I thought we could like ride down the lawn. No, my mom was not here for any of that. My mom said after, it's so nice. This was a clean shower. I hate going to those where they make everyone feel uncomfortable with all those dicks.
Sarah's like, yeah, I hate that.
I'm like, Mom, would it have killed you to get some penis ice cubes? Like, I mean, come on. Like everyone wants a floating
Be
dick.
subtle with it.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Floating dick. Oh, for sure. Pin the dick on the donkey.
We were going to do that game.
Yes.
Yeah. And my mom was like, absolutely not. That's so offensive to Dan. I was like, well, it's not like we're actually, it's not like he's
It's not
here
like we're
and
taking
pinning
pictures of
dick.
his
Yeah.
dick and we're cutting them out.
I know, my mom like, Mom, it's a fake. It would be
You
like
shouldn't
a
be
fake
touching other
board.
dicks, Sarah. You're like, they're paper.
Oh my God. She was,
We're sticking them on.
It was so true. And
love your mom.
We all went out to dinner like with Dan's mom. We had like the best time. And then I was telling them that I really, because obviously I was a DJ for many years on the radio. So I wanted to kind of like MC our wedding. And I wanted to like open
Sarah,
up.
it's your wedding. What do you mean you're going to MC the
But,
party?
I'm always working. And Dan's always working. I'm sure there'll be some soccer crisis like mid-ceremony. He'll be like, babe, hold on. I got to
Gotta
answer
run.
this email. Be like, everybody from the soccer club is here. Like, why do we have to do this?
Hashtag soccer
be
never
like,
sleeps.
There's an argument between two refs. I've got to settle it. Okay.
What? Babe, we're getting married.
So I said that I wanted to do like an opening speech, like to welcome everybody and say how grateful we are that everyone was there. And then just to like talk about my love for how much I love Dan and like how much our relationship has grown and all the
true.
highs and lows.
Yes.
And like, I'm so madly in love with him, which is true. And they were like, no.
Who said no? The family?
Everybody, my entire family, like no one wants to hear that. They're like, is Dan preparing a speech for you? Because if he doesn't have one, he's going to feel awkward. It's going to be very.
Oh, okay.
It's your wedding. Take the mic. You gotta be like, hey, Fraser over here.
That's right.
You gotta
Own
just
that.
steal the
It's
show.
Hey Fraser on the mic. Maybe y'all have heard my podcast. I've talked about many of you on the show.
Humble brag, just
If anyone here hasn't subscribed, I know there's some people.
Please do right now. There'll be a prize at the end of the wedding reception.
All the wait staff here at 1812 Farm, if you guys can take out your phones.
If you don't subscribe, no cake for you. Sorry.
Oh, and then, babe, I just want to go into, how much he means to me. But now everyone's saying unless he does that, I shouldn't do it. He's going to feel awkward. And everyone's
do you
gonna feel
love
awkward.
hearing speeches at other weddings? Because I do. And a lot of people say no, that's like the worst part of the wedding. But I love that part.
I think it's fun.
They all seem to think worst part of the wedding. They seem to say like keep the toast short.
Ugh, like but I'll go to weddings that I'll just be a guest. I don't even know the people. I cry.
I do.
Is that normal?
I kind of like.
You get emotional. You see, you're like, oh, so sweet.
Father-daughter dance, dead. Speeches.
Well, now I'm
dead.
like, I don't know. Should I do a speech? Because I don't think Dan is like. I want to do some of our own vows, but I don't think the Catholic Church will let you. Because I wanted to change the lyrics. I was going to say the lyrics. I was going to say,
in sickness and in health.
Right. For better or worse, for rich or for richer.
Yeah, of course.
Because I don't want to, I can't do it all. Like the sickness, the health, I've got to be rich.
But we've got to have the money to back us
or
up.
Or we can be poor, but we've got to have health. Like I can't.
Like we've got to have one or the, actually,
like,
whole kit and caboodle. You need the whole thing,
to
actually.
me, we have to speak it into existence. Like I believe God reward, you have to put it out. So for rich or for richer. So I'm struggling with those.
do like vows at the end. And then also, is Kimber giving a speech? And then the best man should be giving
Well, that's what we were talking about. Yeah. So Kimber's got something prepared.
Okay.
I mean, Lord knows how that will go, But I mean, she's like such a spitfire. She'll probably be up there like, all right, everyone. Like
weddings are dumb. We should all just go out and she's going to say something like that.
It could be definitely. It just depends on her mood, really.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because she's awesome until you make her sit in the back of the car and put her seatbelt on, and then it's like all hell breaks loose.
Like fuck these rules.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably about what she says. Yeah, she's like,
except really quiet.
Yeah.
Fuck these rules.
Oh my God, you're gonna have so much fun with her.
I can't wait. I hope not a bad influence. She's going to be a bad influence on me.
That'll be more like that, please. And she's all into nails, so she's 13, and then she's
got these claws,
massive claws.
Oh my God,
she's just like my nails. It's just so.
You were like, what are important? The nails are important.
I mean, I've got to go get these claws done. These are like bear claws right now.
Oh, look at mine.
God. Oh, I wanted to say quick shout out. Schmiggy's little brother, who's 20, just graduated from the basic training of the Air Force, and he proposed to his girlfriend this weekend. And we got pictures of it, and we were like, Schmiggy and I looked at each other. I was like, so,
does that make you feel weird? Yeah, because a lot of people have gotten engaged, obviously, between the time that Dan and I started dating and now.
Right,
so
and now.
Do you feel any, I never actually felt any pressure when people get engaged. I'd be like, good for you.
No, I definitely didn't. It's just amazing to me that people know that fast. For me, I'm like, I don't know,
How is Schmig's fam? They're like okay with it?
Well, I think the brothers and the family is a little bit indifferent. I think the parents are very happy because they, they're all about family, so they want grandkids soon. But I know that Schmiggy's, the brother right under him, he is like a little skeptic. He's like, I hope that they are really vibing. I hope it's obviously they love each other. But 20 is super young. You don't have all your life experiences. But if you know, and I think they're very in love. And he just graduated from the Air Force, so he's making a lot of life decisions.
I can assure you, at 20 with my mullet, I knew shit. I could never.
Same. I'm 24. I was like, Schmiggy, don't come around here with no ring.
How people get engaged at 20.
It's amazing to me though. I think, and they're so in love. I mean,
oh God.
But they're young, right? So it's just really cute to see that young love. And I mean, my parents and his parents both married when they were young.
People are saying you're next, by the way. Melanie is saying that means AJ's next, and she's giving you engagement ring emojis on the YouTube
Good luck,
stream.
buddy.
Schmiggy won't spend a damn dime at this age. He's like... he will not spend money on a ring. We fight over who's going to pay the tip at the end of the night. We split the bill, and I'm like, you got this one? He's like, I don't know. I was going to ask you to go halvesies on it. I'm like, get the tip. Get the tip, Ig. Come on.
Oh my God.
So no ring is in store for me, for sure.
Well,
but that's okay. I'm not ready.
Yeah, take your time.
No, I am not.
Yeah, I had to work through so many things. Yeah. I'm glad I'm at this place. It's all good. Yeah. Okay, I had to get here.
Long journey.
Anyway, we have to talk about that. We have so much to come up on this show today. So Pineapple Mail. Everybody remember Northie Whitney? Remember Northie? There was a huge, so many women that listen to this podcast are on dating apps, and they were getting hit up by this hot, was he like a Marine? Yeah, or was it Army?
I
think
think he was an army officer, but all of his labels on like Tinder would be wrong.
All right, this dude was hot as hell. Okay, so all the women were like, look, he's super hot. He says everything that you want to hear. And then he gets on the phone with you and suddenly he has this like South African accent and, you know, he wants you to just send him money because he's stranded in Afghanistan and his like check isn't coming through. Anyhow, obviously someone is using his picture as a scam. We end up finding out all these other women that listen to the show have also been scammed by him. They'd fallen for him. It was very believable. Well, we have an update.
There's an update?
There's an update. And if you recall, we actually found like a listener tracked down his ID, like his real name. We posted it. Remember his girlfriend in real life?
Right,
like
right.
she hit us up
way.
and she was like, you guys didn't need to put his name out there or something like that. And we were like, well, we're sorry, but we kind of are confused as to why.
Hot.
Because he hit up the listener and basically said, yeah, look, it's me. And I'm just catfished all the time, so I don't even care. Like if women fall for it, it's their fault. So hot. Oh my God. He's like a hot army Harry Potter.
Hold on, guys. I'm bringing it up.
Get on your broom, honey. Like we are ready.
I've had friends like pictures being used on Tinder before.
Really?
Yeah. Not me, but like some
friend.
guy friends. Yeah. They're like, this isn't me, just so you know.
People are using my picture. I'm hot.
What are you gonna do?
So we'll give you that update in Pineapple Mail. We also have to talk about, I had never heard of this guy, but Andy Ruiz Jr. is like now like the most talked about Mexican American of all time, like doing it for the Mexicans, breaking records in the boxing world. Unbelievable story in boxing over the weekend, which I don't follow boxing that much, but I like it when it kind of meshes over into pop culture and interesting life.
Sarah's like, oh, this story is popular. Let's talk about it.
I love, and then the details
Viva
about
Mexico.
Andy Ruiz Jr. Like,
oh, yeah.
Okay, he is my hero. Like when I started reading about this guy, and then I read that he eats a Snickers before he heads out into the boxing ring every fight. I thought this is my guy, and he's like this like pudgy little Mexican guy. I'm like, this is because all these athletes now. Tiger Woods, like, why the fuck is Tiger Woods jacked? You're like on a golf course.
That I thought he used to be kind of doughy. Like he kind of used to be like a stick.
But now all athletes are like Tom Brady. They're all like vegan. They have personal trainers. They fly everywhere on private jets. They do all this working out. They're like whatever. I don't know, eating acai bowls to get all the power. But this is my favorite athlete of all time.
Yes, Andy Ruiz.
Andy Ruiz Jr. Like, I just want to hang out with him because you know how he prepares for a fight? A giant burrito and a Snickers, and he takes a nap. Then he gets out there and he kicks ass.
He knows what's up. This is like all of my cousins. This is exactly
what they look like.
Yeah, I thought this was Carlos.
Body. I love him so much.
I thought this was my cousin Danny. Like I was like, oh, I had to take a double take.
Look, I don't want to add to the body shaming because he was body shamed all week, only to kick some fucking ass on Saturday night.
But that's what I love the most.
I do too. I love this story. So we'll talk more about that. Moonbrows are now the hottest thing. We'll explain what that is. Also, Lil Nas X showed up in an elementary school. We're in love with that story. So we got to go there. AJ, in this bizarre trifecta, we all lost our cell phones too over the weekend. So I want to tell that story.
Mine wasn't my personal cell phone, but I was with somebody who did lose theirs.
Oh, you did? Okay. All right. Well, before we get to that, though, we want to thank some of our sponsors and tell you about our next live podcast show, which is June 20th. So we should have a huge confirmation of a surprise guest for you. You know, this whole show started, we haven't done like a live venued podcast show of this year because we've done pop-ups. We've just been really busy, right? So this is our first one, June 20th, Amp by Strathmore in Rockville. Doors open at 6:30 p.m., which you can like order drinks. There'll be a full bar. You can have food, and then showtime is at 8.
Can't wait.
AJ's coming out, opening the show. Schmiggy and Schman will be there because it's my last show as a not married. I say single gal, but I'm not really single.
You're going to finally have the ring on.
I mean, can you believe it? I mean, I am damn near 50 years old, and I'm finally tying the fucking knot. You know? I mean, it's so exciting.
We all have our own journeys, you know? You just took a little bit longer.
I mean, that is the truth. I mean, my journey has been really slow. Like, if I always say to myself, like, there's one thing I am, it's a late bloomer.
I'm a late bloomer.
Really? Okay, really. I mean, I might have started smoking at 14, but the rest of my life didn't come together until 30. Like, I mean, really. I mean, I knew how to suck at a Marlboro Red at 14, but that was it.
Well, they're going to say suck something else, and I was like, okay,
no, it took me
years to figure that out.
You know, I couldn't give blowjobs in high school. They used to call me blowy because the first time I did, I literally blew on it. Like, that's what I thought a blowjob was. I didn't know anything about sex.
Sarah, you want to hear what I was called? I was called the hand girl because guess what? You want to know? Freshman year, I was literally known around the freshman year dorm.
What would you do?
I gave a hand job with a condom on because I thought I was going to ejaculate and I was going to get pregnant. They called me hand girl. They're like, yo, she thinks you need a condom on for hand jobs. I was like, I thought that gets you. Hashtag Catholic all girls school. That's what that gets you.
Oh my God, it's so true.
Yo,
how are we so ill prepared? Okay, when my daughter is like 13, I'm sitting her down and I'm going through all the sex things.
I'm gonna listen. Then what did you learn how to give a blowjob on? Mine was like a big ass cucumber. My friend, shout out Sam Walter. She's listening to this. She's gonna love that shout out too.
I finally just had my girlfrilike explain to me like what you're supposed
really
to do.
Yeah,
I was like literally down there going. Like, is this good for you? Like that was like it. That was like the moves, and then people call me blowy.
Wow.
I'm speechless. You guys, I know. Okay, my mom clearly, as someone like I was in my picture at the wedding shower, I was smoking a huge cigarette. And like my mom didn't notice. Like that was her sex talk.
That was like first indication. Like we're a little.
Her first sex talk to me, seriously, as I've said many times on the show, was her advice was put some rubbing alcohol on it down there so you'll kill any diseases.
Now,
which is not how you kill herpes.
Oh my! If he had like a razor burn, you would just be making that shit burn real bad. My mom would always like try to relate her sex life. She's like, well, your father and I enjoy, and I would just like shut actual. I cannot. I can't. When parents, I'm like, that's why I just like don't feel normal listening to my mom have a sex talk because I'm like, you shouldn't be having sex with dad. I was an immaculate conception. Okay.
Oh God, it's so disturbing.
Like they do not have sex to have me. Anyways, what?
Okay, so back to our live podcast show. Schmick Man will be there. We're going to play the Newlywed Game. It's happening June 20th. Showtime is at 8. Doors open 6 p.m. 6:30. Wait, I think it's like 6:30 p.m.
6:30 doors open. Show stats at 8.
Okay, I like our graphic says 6 p.m. So there'll be a lot of people waiting in line. It's all good. What's 30 minutes?
Fantastic. Okay,
it's fine. That's all good. Show is brought to you by Progression Salon. Look, we're over 20 VIP tickets sold, which are $40. That gets you a VIP swag bag, gets you priority seating. Of course, we always do a meet and greet at the end. So those seats are limited. There's only 50 total. So we've got like only about 30 left. So you have to get those. You can go to ampbystrathmore.com or heyfrase.com. It's right on my website. You can buy your tickets. $25 is general admission. The show is going to be super fun. We are also working. Rob Mayer will be there, of course, the comedian. So he's going to host the Newlywed Game for us. AJ is going to open up the show. And then we are working on a very special guest, which I'm so excited about. Like oh my God, if these people come through, like these three people opening the show would be
like you guys have we have never done this in a live show.
Will die.
And it's right on brand.
It is so on brand. It's so on point.
When will we officially know? Today?
Oh, God. I hope today or tomorrow everything will be confirmed.
Wrapping them down today.
Yes. So get your tickets. It's going to be a terrific show. Also, Progression Salon, as I mentioned, they are sponsoring the live podcast show, but they're also working with the Hey Frase podcast, which we absolutely love them. Progression Salon and Spa. They are located in North Bethesda. We love them. They're a brand new sponsor and client. You need to book your appointment. You can go to progressions.com. You can call 301-231-8757. We love the entire team there. This is a women-owned and built business. They're celebrating 30 plus years this year for their anniversary of being open, and it is amazing. They do everything. If you want eyelash extensions, you want to get a massage. They, of course, do biolage, all kinds of hair treatments. The best is they have a cute little store, too, at the front where you can buy, like, not just shampoos and conditioners, but amazing, like, organic products, skincare products, jewelry. It's like nothing I'd ever seen before. It's in North Bethesda. It's Progression Salon Spa. They've been voted the best salon in Rockville and North Bethesda. So definitely check out their website at progressions.com and go check out their services. Book an appointment. Always tell them, Hey Frase Podcast sent you. We really, really appreciate that. Total Dental Care. We also put up a video of Mary, Dr. Mary, who we love. Dr. Mary's amazing. She's one of the owners of Total Dental Care, MD.com in Germantown, Maryland. If you're looking for a new dentist, terrific. They just let us know that since, I don't know if I told you this, AJ, but since April 1st of this year, they've had 10 new clients from the Hey Frase podcast, which
absolutely
is huge.
Fantastic. Well, she's amazing, and obviously one of the spots. We only like work with people that we actually really do believe in and trust.
Yes,
she's fantastic.
And another female-owned business. Love her.
Love those.
Her whole practice, they all had worked for other dentists, been a part of other practices, and they were tired of not putting the patient first. They get together, they create this amazing spa-like atmosphere. Jackie and I were there last week. I mean, isn't it unbelievable? Like the chairs are like, you can warm them, cool them, they massage you. There's a TV. Everything is state of the art, 5-star, and they handle kids all the way to seniors, periodontal disease and sedation dentistry, and they never shame you. We were just talking to Sam, one of the hygienists there. She was saying that sometimes they have adults come in who have never been to the dentist ever in their entire, like, these people are 30 years old. They've never been to the dentist. And she's like, we never say anything. Like, that's, your own journey with your teeth. Can you imagine never having gone until you were like 30 years old as an adult?
I would be scared.
Isn't your mouth on fire? Like,
I've taken a long time, like a long break without visiting the dentist. It was like last year. I hadn't visited since 2015. And
okay.
Yeah, I went back. I was like, okay. Well, and I thought I had a bunch of cavities. That's why I was like, I really need to go this year. And I didn't. Which I don't really trust him at this point because I definitely see something.
You're like, no, I know I have cavities.
For sure back there.
Total Dental because
go to Mary, totaldentalcaremd.com. And we also have to thank, we love Free to Move car sharing app. They're awesome. They're all over the district, heading to Northern Virginia soon. You can download their app for free. It's free, the number 2 Move car sharing app. You enter code FRASE, you get a $20 credit. They take care of everything for you. Gas, insurance, wear and tear on the vehicle. Yeah, all that's done. You literally sign up, you upload a picture of your license. It takes up to 48 hours. Usually it's much faster, but up to 48 hours to get approved. And then boop, you can pick up a car anywhere you want. They have SUVs. They have smaller cars. If you're taking a trip, you want to go on a hike to Maryland, you want to go down to the shore, down to the Delaware beaches, no problem. You just return the car anywhere in the district and you're all set. Free to Move car sharing app. Download them today and use code FRASE to get a $20 credit. Okay. I wanted to just hit this really quick story because I really want to know, Jackie, you've worked in retail, right?
Yes.
So you work in retail. AJ, I think, have you ever worked in retail?
I've worked in every other place except retail, which is good because I have a shopping addiction. So,
that's
yeah. No,
my entire
really
paycheck
set something off in me. It was not good.
Okay, so we all lose our phones, right? Over the weekend, like when we were AJ lost
keys.
You lost your keys.
Yes.
I lost my phone in a Hannaford parking lot at a grocery store in Maine, frantically running around, like losing my mind.
You never
right?
lose anything, so I can't even imagine you losing your phone.
Lost it. Has an orange creamsicle case because I wanted to be able to see it.
Yes.
I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
Checking like the car. I'm like, how can I lose this? Like, I just bought this phone. Like I'm going to be making payments on this for life. You don't like get a replace.
That's what you think about. Yeah.
You really do.
Yeah.
You're like, what am I going to do if I have to make double payments on this phone? So I go back into the grocery store and there's cameras like everywhere, right? So I'm like, easily they should be able to just pull up the camera and see if I took it with me. Did someone else behind me come and get it? The manager, who was nice. I mean, fine. He was like, fine. I mean, I wouldn't say he was like over. Like, I'm losing, like, I'm in tears. And they're like, okay, do you want to leave like a phone number in case we find it?
It's funny because they probably have this all the time. Like, I lost my phone, I lost my keys.
Hey, motherfuckers, how about you shut off your light there on the old, like, green light for the aisles and hit the ground and start looking for this phone for me, okay? This is my life.
Nobody else gives a flying crap about you, Sarah.
Shit. People were like, even the woman behind the front desk, like, it took her 10 minutes. I was like, would you mind giving it a ring from yours? Like, she's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Do you have Find My iPhone app?
Yeah, but then I was like, I'm going to have to drive, like...
Oh, to put it on.
Put it on.
Right.
So anyway, he goes to check the cameras. He's like, sorry, miss. Those cameras, like, aren't working. They weren't turned on. This is a massive, like, grocery store establishment. My question to people that work in any industry, how often are the cameras on?
Actually work?
Because Jesse Smollett case, now my missing iPhone, all the time that when we really need them, these cameras are never on. I'm convinced that all these companies, they buy these things, and then it must be a fortune to actually turn them the fuck on. So they just put them in places where they think that we're going to think they're real. Is it
for a lot of surveillance? You can just get like a little play camera from Amazon, and you just like
I mean, regardless if people saw cameras in the store that I worked at, people would steal all the time.
Oh, really?
Oh, all the time. I would catch people
really
almost every time. Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. So the cameras did nothing.
They really don't. So but that's with stealing. But they would also lose a bunch of stuff too, and they would come to the counter and be all upset. And I'm like, look, we
like,
checked
we don't
where
care.
you were. Well, there's only so much we can do. If we look in the fitting rooms and on the stacks of clothes, like, you must have just left it somewhere.
But you have the camera, so you can go back and like look at the footage. But
theoretically.
Nobody ever. Okay.
Oh, it is so heartbreaking. Finally, the sweetheart attendant out in the parking lot came in. He's like, are you missing a phone? I was like, oh my God. I cleaned out all the cash in my wallet, which was all of $17. I was like, buy yourself a sandwich on me.
Wow, thanks a lot.
I know, I'm sure he was thinking,
now, what is the correct amount? Because, so I lost keys in an Uber. Obviously, I was out drinking. And I wasn't like wasted, but right. So I always check my bag. It's like a small little, like, you know, satchel, handbag, Rebecca Minkoff. And I thought I put the keys in there. And long story short, I get to the bar. I look at my purse. They're gone. I immediately know I left them in the Uber. I called the Uber. She doesn't answer. I'm like, ugh. So I'm in the bar, like off to the side. Can't hear a damn thing. And the app is actually supposed to connect you with the driver.
Okay.
Like if you go on the app, you can say like lost item. It'll call the person's number. She probably didn't recognize my number, so she wasn't answering and she was still driving. But I'm thinking, okay, it was Ocean City. Like I need to be able to get this woman before she's like, you know, all around Ocean City. It's a small radius. So you're thinking, all right, she's not going to be far. No, she doesn't get to me until the next morning. She doesn't really speak English. I'm like, yeah. Then she's like, I live an hour away. I was like, what? Well, also, I had to shimmy my ass through I don't have my keys, all right? Car keys, house keys,
whole thing.
Whole shebang. I have to shimmy my ass through the kitchen window, which somehow I drunkenly remembered, like, oh, yeah, that's unlocked. Thank God. Otherwise, I would have slept on the street and my friend's dog was inside the house. She was beyond pissed. She was like, my fucking dog, Dre, it's going to die. I'm like, I'm sorry. Anyway, I was like, I'll offer you $100 to this woman. Is that not overpaying?
No, that's good. That's...
yeah, but I was like, grudgingly gave it to her. I was like, but she drove all the way an hour out of her way to me, back to her place. And I was like, all right, well, could have given it to me last night, but whatever.
Still, it's like, it's your car. Why aren't you looking if somebody left something?
Right. I'm assuming they just drop you off, and they're dropping so many people off at Ocean City. But still.
I'm mad because my friend lost her phone too. She
This
left
weekend.
it. Yeah, but the guy was not very far from us, and we tracked where her phone was.
Right.
Saw it driving away. We're like, all right, it's in
in the
Uber.
car. Yeah.
So we call him, and he is just like,
Yeah,
"Nah."
that's another fascinating question I would love to know from Uber drivers because they never seem overly anxious to get you back any of your stuff, ever. Like I did.
Well, they can keep it, and then if you don't report it back, they keep the phone, resell it.
Okay, so that's why they're not like
I'm not
overly in a
speaking
rush.
for all of you. I used to be a Lyft driver. Nobody left a damn thing in my car, though. This is useless.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by that because I think you had to offer $100. I do. She lives an hour away.
I know, and she didn't really
How are
speak
you
it.
gonna-
I mean, there was going to be no, like,
There's no way to really
urge for her.
communicate. There's
Right.
no, yeah, I mean,
but they
and
understand
that's-
money. I said, $100. Bring the phone back. The next
She was
morning.
like, yep, there.
Okay, coming.
Yeah.
Great.
I don't blame her. I mean, that's a long ass haul.
That is. Losing your
Well,
phone,
I think
what's
you
it
have to
worth?
offer people money now. And same when I found a cell phone in a Uber, the guy called it from someone
Yes.
else's phone. I picked it up. He's like, "Oh my God, thank you." I was like,
Wow.
"Okay, well, I'm going to be like at a restaurant in DC like later tonight." He's like, "I'll be out with my girlfriend. I'll stop in and get it." He came in and got it, and then he bought I was with a friend. He bought our entire dinner, all of
Oh,
our
that's
drinks.
fantastic.
Yes, he was
You
like,
could
"I
have gone
got the bill."
racked a tab up of $250.
He's
What
like,
if the
"You
guy
saved
was
my life."
insanely hot and you end up marrying him?
Oh my God, would that
See?
be a story?
A story to tell. We
Life
met on
can
Tinder.
happen.
No, actually, he found my phone in an Uber. We went on a date.
Life happens.
Life happens. You met somebody on a plane. Somebody. You met Schmano. You met
Somebody.
some rando.
Just
on a
somebody,
plane.
some dude, you know? Oh yeah, that guy you're marrying, Shmano.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
God.
always fascinated by that. You can always comment, by the way, on our YouTube stream or DM us. It's at Hey Frase, at AJ on the mic. A couple of quick stories. Did you guys see the Louisiana principal that was arrested here in D.C. for being at a strip club has now resigned from, I don't know, part-time sheriff's department where he worked? He's no longer a principal. What kind of sex addiction do you have, dude? You're on a field trip.
He was getting horny on the school cheese bus.
Michael Como.
Okay, that sounded wrong. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, he's a Holy Family principal. Was arrested Thursday, May 30th in D.C. at a strip club. And according to the police report, officers responded to Archibald's Gentleman Club in D.C. for, quote, an intoxicated man refusing to pay his bill. So, dude, you're on a field trip, chaperoning kids, you work at a Catholic school, you're a part-time sheriff, and you won't pay your fucking bill? Like, what?
I hate to see
Not
it.
only
kind
did
of
you
meth
go
are
do
you
that, you
on?
got too messed up that you didn't want to pay your bill.
You know what the crazy thing is? He actually looks like stable a little bit.
Yes, he looks normal. I love this. Developing. Mr. Como, why are you at Archibald's getting so many lap dances and you refuse to pay for them? Wow.
I think it was this clip that said he had a service dog with him.
All right. He's like,
I could be wrong, but that's what I heard.
I'm blind, so I have to
That's
feel
just
titties.
taking a little too far.
He Como was arrested for public intoxication and possession of an open container of alcohol. Numerous sources told police that he had a service dog with him at the bar and strip club.
So this is the principal that was found at a strip club.
Why does he need the service dog?
Well, I think it was just an act.
Well, probably for his sex addiction. The poor guy's horny as hell. The dog was trying to keep that boner under control. I mean,
okay,
really?
I'm like getting so many visuals in my head right now. Just like a paw, just like.
The paw just tries to stop.
Stop it. Now, my question is, how did he leave?
John would just like tap his crotch every time he got a boner.
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. He like barks when all right,
he
we're
notifies
so bad.
the principal.
Oh my God, yes.
This poor dude probably has no fucking legs, and here we are just saying, he's just trying to get it off one more time. Now, did he leave all the kids with a supervisor for the field trip? So the kids were left with other teachers' parents. He goes off, goes to the strip club with his, service dog, and then racks up a bill, heads out on the street, open bottle, refuses to pay with the service dog. Dude's getting lap dances.
He's just like gave up on life, I think. He was just like, you know what? Fuck it.
Let's do this, bros. Let's go.
I mean, nowadays, because of Trump, like no one resigns, but he resigned immediately. Mr. Como has submitted his resignation as principal and interim principal. A new one will be appointed ASAP. That took him like literally 2 hours. I guess he was like, look, been caught. Busted.
Been caught.
He didn't even try to go. Now everybody's like, I'm going to die in office. I'm going to fight. No one resigns now. This guy's like, yep, done.
Go later, deuces.
Sorry.
Deuces.
Messed up. What are you going to do?
News outlets tried to contact Mr. Como, but he didn't answer. You think?
Yeah, he's like,
hey, my sex therapy dog.
Yeah, if we could just get a hold of you, that'd be great. We've got a couple of complaints. Some parents.
Mr. Como. Strippers and principals, principals need love too. Poor guy. He's just trying to get a lap dance. But isn't that awful? Like, if he just would pay the bill, everything would have been good.
True.
In New Hampshire, police have issued kind of a tongue-in-cheek warning, basically telling people stop bringing your horses and aspiring rappers down to literally Old Town Road to recreate Lil Nas X's Old Town Road.
I love this story so much. The fact that it's actually called Old Town Road.
Look at this. That looks like a horse trail. How can they ask people not to use that?
Yeah, what? Or like, wait.
You're thinking in your mind it's a highway? No, Old Town Road looks like a goddamn horse trail. Like, and
we're in the Pioneer Town, okay? We're back at Pioneerville, bringing our horses down. No, the best is the notice that they actually put up. I'm gonna bring it up
on their Facebook page. This is by Marlborough Police Department in New Hampshire. They released a PSA. Do you want to read it?
Attention aspiring local rappers. Please stop taking your horses down to our Old Town Road. The department recently wrote on Facebook, this quiet neighborhood off Troy Road is not a suitable filming location for your amateur rap videos. For our older followers, please disregard this pop culture reference and continue your equestrian activities as usual. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God! That is a straight horse trail.
For our older followers, disregard this pop culture
By the way,
reference.
Is all of their following, because what person under 40 is following Marlborough Police Department with the population of 2,000 in their town? They have dirt roads.
They can't accept the influx of like multicultural people. They're like, what are all these people doing in our town? Oh man, we're just trying to go to Old Town Road.
Welcome to growing up in New England. That's why you start smoking at like 14.
This is hilarious.
God, Little Nas X.
Little Nas X created a movement.
Did you guys see the moon eyebrows? This woman, so this woman now has over 500,000 followers on social media because of all her different eyebrow fashion that she makes.
Did she do the one that was like the cul-de-sac?
Oh no, I haven't seen the cul-de-sac. She did the high heel. Did you see the high heel?
Oh yes.
Eyebrow. The moon brow is the latest fashion accessory, which is taking the internet in a way that only brows can, with many people trying to recreate this. She created the high heel brows, the pencil brows. Haley Cosmetics.
Out of all these, okay, if I did this, it would just look like, a penis on the side of my face. But these actually look legit.
They look amazing. Haley BU is her name.
She's beautiful.
She's beautiful.
This gorgeous.
It doesn't look wrong when you first look at it.
Right, and then you're like,
wait, where's her eyebrow?
And on her right eye, she's basically taken like part of her eyebrow and sort of made it a C, like a half moon.
We've got too much motherfucking time on our hands.
I think that one looks good.
Sarah, you trying to do this for the live show?
I would wear these to the live show. Yeah, absolutely. I do all this stuff. Like I love wild nails. I love when people make their eyebrows into like, candy canes, like all that crap. Like
okay,
I love
I've never
all that
seen that
shit.
one, but yeah, I'm down.
They do. It's like amazing. Anyway, I think they're
moon
epic.
brows.
No one's here for it but me. Everyone's like, okay, this is the dumbest
I mean,
shit.
I'll do it, but like, who has time to make a whole new brow? Like, I've got trouble just taming these things.
Like you could see the little hairs in each.
Yeah, she individually drew that.
Right.
It looks.
That looks a lot.
Isn't that? Yeah, it's a lot. I don't think I would take that kind of time. We kind of touched on Anthony Joshua's upset loss to Andy Ruiz in their heavyweight boxing match that happened over the weekend that everybody was talking about. The fascination that I have with this is I didn't even know these two guys were fighting. I didn't know anything about Anthony Joshua, who's apparently this like amazing fighter from the UK. They come here, they're fighting in Madison Square Garden in New York City on Saturday night, and it was a major upset with Andy Ruiz Jr. winning. But what I found so interesting about this, so Andy Ruiz Jr. is not your typical athlete or fighter. I would say he's like a shorter, maybe rounder gentleman. He has no abs. Like, you know how some people have like 2 abs, some people have 4, some people have like an 8-pack. Andy's got none.
It's more like a rounded sphere ball.
And what I loved about Andy Ruiz Jr. is I had read that he'll actually eat a Snickers before his matches, and I thought, this is my kind of athlete. He absolutely destroys Anthony Joshua. Andy Ruiz is his name. I keep confusing them. Anthony Joshua, who is 1,000 to 1 odds.
Like he's 6'6", and Ruiz is like 6'2". He doubles his weight. It doesn't look like very much muscle definition at all.
None.
It killed him.
None. I mean, he's got the ultimate dad bod. Like, he should be endorsing so many Amazon dad products. Like, this dude, he is a heavyweight champion. He said, quote, "I wanted to prove everybody wrong, all the doubters, thinking I was going to lose," said Ruiz, 29 years old, who became the first fighter of Mexican descent to win the world heavyweight title. "I can't believe I just made my dreams come true." I'm in love with him. I think he's awesome. And what like a great... So, and the other thing that I found fascinating about this story, the power of social media. So, Andy Ruiz Jr., Anthony Joshua was supposed to fight this other guy who don't even ask me who that dude is. But he tests positive for drugs like a month out from this fight.
Yikes.
So Andy Ruiz gets on Instagram, hits up Anthony Joshua's fighter promoter. It's like, dude, I'm ready. They must have taken one look at his body profile and gone,
like,
this will be
let's go.
great. This will be epic. This will be
It's a
amazing.
shoe-in.
Shoe-in.
Yeah.
Let's make a cool $6 million. This guy pops in the ring, fucking blows the dude away. Is that not amazing? I love an underdog story. I feel like that's ultimate.
You
The
said it right.
celebration at the end too.
Yes, love it. Oh yeah,
So
I should try
great.
to pull up the video.
So
the way
great.
he dances is so great.
Obviously, sports commentators who know a lot more than I do say that Anthony Joshua, who was, predicted to win this fight, really sort of overlooked the fight. He was planning on other rematches, bigger endorsements, and didn't really pay much attention to this fight. And so they're saying because of that, basically, obviously, Ruiz didn't really, or Anthony Joshua didn't really prepare or wasn't maybe mentally in the mind space because he thought he was automatically going to win.
That backfired.
Isn't that like, never underestimate your opponent?
Never underestimate.
Yeah.
Even if he looks like a doughy po' boy. But Mexicans out for the win, y'all.
So AJ, of course, is half Mexican. So I thought this is like, how cool for you?
I know, a big win for the Mexicans this weekend. You know, even when we're fat and eating tortillas and tacos, well, we pack a punch. So let's take a shot of tequila.
I thought this was an awesome story. How
Oh,
amazing.
no, I love it.
I know. Was your dad watch fighting? Did your brother?
They were at the beach. My brother does. They do too. But we never have the, they have to go to like a friend's house who like pays for the subscription base because it's like, you have to pay like $100 to watch.
Yeah, right. You can't watch any of the fights. Yeah.
Gotta pay for. We usually just, just like bring a wire and just like connect it and just hot wire the shit, you know?
I just thought it was so amazing.
Steal the broadcast. You know what I'm saying?
I got to follow this dude on Instagram. He's my
What you
hero.
gotta do.
Oh, yeah, you should. I think it's Anthony_Destroyer. Possibly Andy Destroyer.
I know.
All right, don't listen to me. Anyway, it's something Destroyer, okay?
Yeah. I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Amazing. We also do 4 things that, I always say that. Why do I keep saying 4 things that are popping? It's just popping now. And this is like every week I do this. Like how many weeks until it's just popping? Popping is everything you need to know in pop culture.
Poppin'.
So Sephora is going to close all of its stores on Wednesday, including the ones in the D.C. area, to do inclusion training after an incident with the singer SZA and Drew Barrymore, where they accused Drew Barrymore of allegedly stealing, which she wasn't. And then SZA says that she was racially profiled at a California location. The company's storefronts, including distribution centers and corporate offices, will close on Tuesday after they put out a notification saying that they value and have always valued at the heart of Sephora putting people first. We're excited to welcome everyone when we reopen, the Post says. They'll be closed in the morning, reopening in the afternoon. The notice was accompanied by a video in which the company said, quote, Sephora believes in championing all beauty, living with courage, and standing fearlessly together to celebrate our differences. We'll never stop building a community where diversity is expected. So good. I mean, it's amazing to me that a company as big as Sephora doesn't do that.
This is similar to the Starbucks incident, right?
Yeah. Right. And shocking to me that Starbucks has, what, millions of locations and never had done that?
I know.
Barrymore wrote on Twitter that she had security called on her at a California store by an employee she nicknamed Sandy Sephora, who suspected her of shoplifting. LMO, Sandy Sephora location, 614 Calabasas, called security to make sure I wasn't stealing, she wrote. By the way, SZA's name is Drew Barrymore.
Okay.
So it's two different, so I'm confusing the two people, but they're the same person.
Her real name is Drew Barrymore, like the actress.
Correct.
But her actual,
Yeah. So I was just, fucking that up.
SZA and Drew Barrymore were both called for stealing.
Drew Barrymore? Really? Drew Barrymore?
No, if you're a company as big as Sephora, like Starbucks, you have to do something like this and at least show people that you actually, what you stand for.
And SZA said she was going in to buy Rihanna's Fenty line. When Rihanna saw what had happened, Rihanna sent her a massive gift card and said, go buy your Fenty beauty in peace, sis.
Oh.
So they'll be doing that. Well, good.
Okay.
Shocking that they don't
Rihanna,
have it.
I was also called. So if y'all could send me a gift card, that would be fantastic.
I would take one too.
Why are people like, okay, Jackie's like the person that's most recently worked in retail. Like, do they tell you to like be looking for shoplifters? I mean, come on, you guys are like sales associates. Why the hell are they putting you out there? Like, I'm sorry, I'm not a fucking security guard. I'm not going to go ask for your job.
I mean, like, we're just like supposed to keep our eye out, you know? I mean, clearly you can see the people, the kids, the preteens that are coming in,
just,
like ready to take stuff.
You can see them just like putting it in their backpack or their pocket.
It's like they'll go into the fitting rooms and they'll take the tags off and think that they're being all sneaky and like put it on top of the mirror and stuff. And like I see it and I see them come out. I'm like, okay, hey. Like, saw you do that.
And when you say that to them, what do they say?
Well, see, we're not allowed to say specifically, like, accuse them of stealing or anything.
Right.
So you just do stuff that you're, like, overly friendly with them and try to make them put it back, essentially. And it worked one time. Like, I saw some girl left a body chain. It comes on, like, a piece of cardboard. And she left the cardboard on the top of the mirror. And I take it out and I tell my manager, I was like, okay, that girl definitely just... she has it. And the manager was like, go ask her how that body chain worked out. And I was like, okay. So I went up and I was like, hey, like, how'd that body chain work out for you? And she was like, bad. And just like completely booked it the other way. And then when she came up to the counter, she was buying a bunch of other stuff. She came up to the counter and she like slid the body chain across to pay for it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So maybe just confronting them.
Yeah,
so
you just gotta make them like overly friendly.
Okay, so you guys obviously have some sort of, well, I guess I don't know if that would be inclusion training, really. You don't really have inclusion training. It's just like they just don't want you to confront the shoplifter.
Yeah, you're just not allowed to like
Hey,
accuse
you
anybody.
stole.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you suspect somebody, you just go ask them if they need help. They get nervous.
Need help
Real
with that
easy.
body chain,
Like,
honey?
Oh, it's so,
Can I
isn't
help
that
you?
crazy about your conscience? Like they're just like,
Yeah.
just playing to people's conscience. And then
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of people will be like, oh yeah, here, let me just remove it from all of my pants pockets. Yeah, okay.
Have you ever stolen anything? I stole a lip pencil when I was like 9. And I felt
Oh,
so bad. I like went back, I returned it. It was already open. I was like, this'll be great right here.
It's like half used.
Yeah, like clearly opened.
My
my conscience was clear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, I stole something in kindergarten, and my mom hiked my ass all the way back to kindergarten to
that
return
cookie.
all the little toys that I took. Ever since then, I
You
will
have to.
never do anything like that.
Got to.
No, I still like penny
Pack
candy.
of cigarettes? All right,
No,
you're lame.
never. Like my mom always, you know what? I did like the best lesson. I was like probably 4 years old or 5 years old. Yeah, we went like shopping one day, and every store I helped myself to stuff. And then when I get home, I showed my mom. I was like, Mom, look, I've got like a Snickers bar and I got a new pair of earrings. And my mom was like, where did you get these? And I was like, oh, I just took them from the store. And she's like, And then she made me go back to every store, go up to the store manager and go, hey, I stole this and I need to return it. And I was like in tears the whole time. That did it for me. And then one time I walked away from, like in high school, they always made fun of me about this. But one time we got too many bags of ice when we were going to a pit party. And I went back
chill, Sarah.
and was like, hey, we took like 3 extra bags of ice, so can I pay you back? And they were
Returning
like, wow.
literally ice, which is water.
Melted,
like stealing is the word, and I always feel like that shit full karma.
Yeah.
Like even you can try to pretend like all that stuff, but I swear to God, that shit comes back to you tenfold because it's not yours.
Definitely, no, it is.
I never fuck with that stuff. You just
Don't
can't
fuck with
take what's
karma.
not yours.
Comes
Yeah,
back.
exactly. Absolutely not. Okay, I don't know what SZA's real name is, by the way. It's not Drew Barrymore. So maybe it was Drew Barrymore, the actress. I'm sorry, I'm so confused about this.
In this story that I brought up, it was only SZA. And is that really how you say SZA? I thought it was Za.
It's
SZA?
totally SZA.
Isn't there another one that has the same 3 letters?
Oh, jeez. I mean, supposedly her name is Solana Amani Rowe. All right, then maybe it was
really
Drew
pretty.
Barrymore. Why the hell were they?
Solana.
Why, Drew Barrymore with all their kids as a dirty hippie? She came in there and they were like, yeah, we know you're stealing, bitch. What?
Hey, guys.
Last story, by the way, AJ found this one. Little Nas X showed up in an elementary school to sing Old Town Road. Look at this guy. This guy is
so
everywhere. He's also, over the weekend, been accused of stealing Drake's artwork for one of Drake's albums, and which he's now trolling Drake, putting himself on one of Drake's album covers. But Little Nas X treated Ohio children with a special show. After their performance, look at him.
Do the biggest show of my life.
All right.
And it's going to be great.
Oh, my friend from college reported this.
Wait,
She
really?
reported it?
Yeah, he was all. This is from his story.
He's so good. I love him.
Are they going to show us the?
Probably not.
Kids go nuts.
Oh, there they are.
They're so happy. Look at them.
Oh.
Honestly, look how many different cultures are in there. He
I
brought
love
together like
this.
so many.
You can tell the kids that don't
There's
know
so-
this
in
song
the
at
front,
all.
they're like,
they're
"What
like,
the
who is this?
Ain't
Like some
nobody
kids are standing completely still. They're like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
down
Oh
to
my
Old
God.
Town Road. Oh my God, these kids, they love it so much. Oh my God, that was so sweet.
That is awesome. They got so excited. The kids that actually know what the song was.
And they like have their cowboy hats on and everything.
I love
So did they
Lil
know he
Nas
was
X.
coming? I thought he
Amazing.
like surprised them. But they all had cowboy hats
They
on.
all were ready. No, they're like, we have a
They were
special
ready.
guest. Just wear your best Western clothes.
gear.
Bam.
Be
and then
ready.
Lil Nas X walks out. They're like, oh my gosh. Oh, that's so cute.
I love Little Nas X. He's so awesome. I hope he continues to have a great career.
Oh, he will. I mean, this like
I
really.
don't know. No, I doubt it. This is like Thong Song. You know, when that Thong Song came out, everyone was,
Let me
"Let's
see
see that thong."
No.
That thong, 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 thong. And then like we never saw him ever again. Like it was
It was a one-hit wonder.
I love
one hit
that
wonder.
song.
This seems to me like a one hit wonder. Like I want it so bad. Even like Billy Ray Cyrus, "Achy Breaky Heart." What's Billy Ray Cyrus done? Billy Ray Cyrus' second biggest hit has been remix of Old Town Road. Like that's it. No one knows what Billy Ray Cyrus is doing. Name one other Billy Ray Cyrus song. No one can.
Well, you know,
No, he's a one hit wonder.
well, you know that other one.
That other one with Billy Ray.
I'm sure he did something on Hannah Montana.
No,
right?
he didn't. Everything you're thinking is Garth Brooks. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Wow, I can't remember a song to save my life.
Cisco one. A Cisco thong song. No one. What other song did Cisco have? None. I'm looking up
Crickets.
one hit. Crickets. Yeah, exactly. Old Town Road would be the same way.
Let's look it up. Billy Ray Cyrus hits.
Oh my God, who was that other one? Psy, Gangnam Style. What other song is
Oh.
Psy had?
Actually, he had a
Oh wait,
couple.
this is so funny, Sarah. Look at this. We look it up. It goes Billy Ray Cyrus, "Achy Breaky Heart." Next one over, Billy Ray Cyrus, "Old Town Road" remix.
I told you. Nobody. Billy Ray Cyrus. The best thing he did was produce Hannah Montana.
Hey, that was a great
Miley.
show.
Do you know what Miley Cyrus is doing? Like, she has all these announcements. She's like doing a bunch of collabs. It's like she's here, like she's back.
She's coming out in a movie, I think.
like an old Hannah Montana remix, or like
no, like it looked like a
No,
horror
I
movie.
love when she talks about Hannah Montana now. She lights up the biggest joint. She's like, guys, remember when I was on Hannah Montana? And then she like hits a big fat
with like
one.
her mom. She's like, "Tish,
Yeah.
get over here.
Yeah, I know.
Let's smoke it up together."
And they just
fuck
roll.
it."
They hit a bong and then
Hit
they
a
talk
bong.
about Hannah Montana. It's kind of odd to me. Like it's
And then she just like shows sexy pictures of Liam. Like, yeah, that's my man. I lick his face every
isn't that
day.
terrible? It's like if Barney took off his hat and like outfit and then just hit a
You're like,
joint. You're like,
That's
dude,
what's behind
really?
Barney.
Come on, like really? I mean, I know you smoke weed as an adult, but like, do you have to ruin my childhood? Like, even Hannah Montana, best of both worlds. Like, I have such fond memories of my
Best of both worlds. Yeah, she's a good girl, and she smokes
like,
a little.
7-year-old niece would be singing that, and now Hannah's like she's just like, guys, let me just like hit this bong and sing best of both. You're like, but what happened to your voice? And now why are you like rocking this ganj so bad? It's just so.
Ganj, that's who she truly is. She
I
came
know.
out, I like it. She's herself.
I love that she is who she is. It's just, that Hannah Montana days were ruined for me.
Best people to follow on Instagram. Well, there's a lot, but Miley Cyrus, Lindsay Lohan, and Britney Spears. It's a plethora of good finds. You'll never be bored. Have a glass of wine or smoke a boke.
Ill. It's so sad. Every time I hit the heart button, I think to myself, should I be really encouraging this? She's so mentally ill. Oh, God, poor thing. Britney looks so bad. Like, okay, this is why Britney needs a conservatorship, because whoever fucking gives her phone and lets her get on social media, the girl for the past 10 years has never wiped the mascara out from under her eyes.
She just keeps
like,
reapplying. We need to do a whole recap of like a Britney actually, like we need to do like the what's inside Britney's mind. Because really though, she thinks that the raccoon
ping pong
look,
set. Like it's just like ping, 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 ping. It's like there's nothing up there. There's
no,
like,
but
you know when you go to a ping pong thing and you pull it back and then you go poop and it
I'm pretty sure it's a
releases and it
slingshot.
Ding, 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 ding. That's what's going on.
You mean okay? You mean
what's it
ping
called?
ball, ping. You're thinking of ping pong like pop pop the two rackets. You're thinking of
it's
pinball.
Like
Pinball.
That's it.
Her mind is a pinball machine. And this is why the poor thing needs a conservatorship from her mom. It should be like, Britney, here, let me take this makeup remover, wipe under the right, wipe under the left.
What does she think that actually looks good? Just like the extensions showing and then the raccoon eyes. Her body's fantastic. But then when she does the workout videos, I'm like, why are we still wearing softies? Like the shorts that were out like when we were in 8th grade.
Hey, I still wear those to bed sometimes.
So do I. But you don't see me posting them videos. I'm like, these are for like
never
Andrea
going out
bedtime, right? These are my PJs. Stay in my room. She would be in softies every day.
Confidence though. She is so ready for this.
Everyone's saying that Britney Spears will be on, and she has it on her Instagram on Black Mirror. Which comes out June 5th on the next season.
Oh, can't wait.
But poor Britney. I mean, I just feel so bad.
Oh, boy.
The latest one she put on Instagram, it's atrocious. I mean, really, she's like, what is she doing? What is it? What is the caption of this?
Okay,
like
this
people
one,
watch her because she's so nuts.
It's like coming back from a therapist or something.
Oh my God. Seriously?
There's no.
This is what Miley Cyrus looks like after she's hit the joint. Like after she's hit the bong, then she does that to herself. Like, what is this?
Please read the caption.
What does the caption say?
I can't even find. It's not like.
Oh my God, this poor thing.
Oh, here we go. Okay. After therapy and being too serious, it's so nice to be silly. Yeah.
Honey, you need so much therapy. Like, let's take this serious for 2 more seconds.
Try to do a Britney.
Ooh, yeah, I can't. My Botox won't let me move it. I don't even know.
Wait, Sarah. Let's all do a recap of Britney's faces. Ready, Sarah? Go. Okay, ready, Jackie? Go.
Jackie's doing it. That was good. That was cute. Now AJ. Okay, AJ's looks like hot and sexy. Like AJ looks so good. No, I look like Britney. It's like look. Now she's got all these sunspots on her chest, like sagging tits. Like I look exactly like her.
She's wearing a choker.
The choker is
choker.
Oh my God, she's been wearing that for a year.
All right, we're back on the I Love Britney train.
Okay. Anyway, poor thing. Look,
were there any other poppin' stories?
No, because we've got to do pineapple mail. Last thing, pineapple mail. Okay, these are all your text messages, all your feedback of the story of the show. You can always hit us up. We love to hear your feedback. So the biggest one, by the way, is someone that says that Northie Whitney, who we told you about, who was catfishing some of the women on this show on dating sites, is back. Someone's using his profile and he's hitting up women. Oh God, this is like so terrible. Hold on, stand by.
My thing is, how do these people agree to use one person's profile? Do they just say like this has been used before? So they look up other catfish stories and just say like, oh, I'll use this one. Like, how do you know what's safe to use? That's my question.
I don't know, from our listener. Hey, I wanted to alert you and your fans. Northie Whitney just came up on my Coffee Meets Bagel dating app.
Okay, I didn't even know that was
me neither.
Coffee Meets Bagel?
The app doesn't show his name until you match, but he's using the same photo and, quote, special operations into the military as his job description. So when you blow up his job description, he looks hot. He's got a new picture of him with another hot military guy. Says he's 39, lives in Arlington, Virginia. I work for the government. I'm with special operations.
Special ops. Okay, that means you can't release any info.
His profile is, I am simple, loyal, and honest. A genuine heart will find happiness in honesty. Love comes from a simple soul. I mean, a love that will ride the wave for all time and survive.
No, he found that shit on a Hallmark card. Close it down.
I enjoy grilling, going to the beach, and traveling.
Fucking same. I also like long walks on the beach.
I appreciate when my date, simplicity, fun, goal-oriented.
Bye.
Height is 5'9". Ethnicity is other.
Wait,
Religion
I'm surprised
is
they give other.
spiritual.
Also 5'9". Like, at least if this is a fake profile, give us like a 6'6". You know what I mean?
Occupation.
Like, since we're all like on the terms of lying here, like who chooses 5'9"? I mean, not that that's a bad height, but I'm saying
right in the middle.
I guess that's what he's saying. Yeah, I'm 5'9".
So be warned, if you're on Coffee Meets Bagel dating app, Northie Whitney's back. You can see his picture, by the way. If you're listening to the podcast, you can go to our YouTube page, which is at Hey Frase, and then you can look up at the end of the show. Did you post a picture of what Northie Whitney looks like? Yeah, you did, right? Throughout the podcast?
Throughout the podcast on the live show, yeah, you can see it on the YouTube stream.
All right, so Paul Wharton is here on Wednesday. Paul Wharton back by popular demand. I can't wait to find out what's going on with Paul. What do we think?
Is going on in his life.
And by the way, I have not gotten an RSVP from the wedding. What's the over-under? I don't think he's coming to my wedding.
No way, he's coming. You know he would give you shit if he wasn't invited.
He'll show up for 5 minutes and be like, "Ooh, gotta go."
You know
where's he going to go in Maine?
He does always showcase like recent wedding invites that he's gotten.
He never showcased mine. I know. Did you see? We'll talk about this. Okay, he has like some rich ass friend that sent him like a whole tree. A tree and a plaque. I know.
A tree inside a plaque.
I never got one goddamn shout out.
A caramelized branch.
I didn't get one mention of my measly little airplane ticket. Okay, bye everybody. We love you so much.